anyone who works in the health and fitness space, we have the fucking greatest job in the world. We get to change people's lives every single day and get paid for it.
The purpose of why we've built Coaching Society is to empower people to a change that is long lasting.
A big part of Coaching Society is team environment. We don't bring people into CS who aren't team players.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Coaching Society podcast. Today's episode, you're going to learn a lot about who we are, and not necessarily me and Michaela. I guess it will be a bit about me and Michaela, but also mostly about Coaching Society and who we are as a company. So we're going to go through our 10 values. So we put together 10 values which aren't based on what we want to be, but on who we actually are. We've put these together over the last 6 to 12 months. And it's something we instill every single day. So we thought we would give you all an insight as to what those values mean to us.
As a bit of a backstory, though, as to why we did these values, we did a business mastermind in Sydney with Kerr and Ray, maybe how long ago?
6 months ago.
6 months ago. I was going to say 6 months, but my perception on times and dates is completely out of whack.
You'd say 6 months and it would be like last week.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, we did like a 3-day mastermind?
3 days. Yeah, like 15 hours a day, 3 days.
Oh, it was intense.
It was full on.
So intense. But we were taught this back then. And since implementing these into our business, it has made such a big difference. And I thought it was pretty wanky, not going to lie, when Cohen was teaching us about it. And I was like, I don't know about it. But how you going? But since doing it, I've seen so many benefits within our company and within the people that we have a part of our company as well.
Yeah. And we always shout out our coaches and our team members. So for example, Stace this morning, she updated our meal planner with loads of extra meals and meal options for all of our clients. And I went through and basically looked at our 10 values and she ticked off 8 of them just in that one job that she did, which shows that she does obviously align with those values. And it's something that we look for with all of our staff members, is that alignment with who we are as a company and who we are as people.
And I know that we have a couple of fellow business owners that listen to this podcast. If you are, hello, thank you for tuning in. If you don't have something like this within your company, I would highly recommend you go away from today's potty and have a think about what are your 10 core values, and then start to instill them into your business every single day.
Yeah. And you don't have to start with 10 as well. You can use ours for inspiration too. We use Kerwin's for inspiration because ultimately they're values that I think are really good. You can use them for inspiration, but you might start with 3 or 5 that you think are really, really core values for you. And then you can expand it over time once you start to notice different traits that you uphold yourself to, that you recognize is a positive trait, and that is then in turn one of your values. Yeah. Should we start with our advice though for the week?
Yeah, let's get into it.
You can go first.
Yes, I will go first. So by the time you're listening to this, we are pre-filming this the week before, but when this goes live, it will be shoot week.
Yeah, it will be. So we're pre-recording this 2 weeks in advance. Yeah. So the shoot's in 2.5 weeks, I think.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks.
Anyway, it's shoot week. And I am getting behind the camera, which I'm...
In front of the camera.
Fuck, yes.
Behind the camera is the photographer, darling.
Oh, well. I mean, I could do both. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't. If my life depended on it taking photos, professionally, I would be fucked. Yes, I'm going to leave that to Josie, our photographer. Shout out to Jose. You are a legend. Please don't ever let me touch your camera equipment because I will probably break it.
She will.
I am getting in front of the camera. And I'm so excited for it because I have been training really freaking hard. I have been working away in the background, I suppose, at my physique, my performance, and I am pumped up. I've got all my outfits sorted. I have way too many. Let's not tell Russell how many we've bought, but...
Yeah, even this morning I was like, did you order something from overseas? I looked at the bank account and I was like, couldn't try to work out what it was. And I don't give a fuck. You can order what you want. But I was like... Where the fuck
what is this?
I think I've got anxiety about being scammed from that time we got scammed. So I look at the bank accounts way too often to be like, did we get scammed? And I saw this random payment come through and I was like,
and it's a really weird name as well. So you would have been like, what the fuck?
And Michaela's like, yeah, that was just me with an outfit. I'm like, oh, shock.
It's a really nice outfit, though.
Yeah.
I think it's all white.
Sure. Can't wait.
I know. Anyway.
Love it.
So, yeah, it's shoot week. And one thing I wanted to recommend, because I've taken it on and off throughout my training career and never anything really consistently, except for this shoot. I have been consistently taking creatine, 5 grams, every single day. And holy crap, it has made such a big difference. Like, whoa.
Noticing a lot of difference. It's good.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed difference in you with your strength. And obviously at this stage, we're 2.5 weeks out from your shoot. You've only been taking creatine for 3-4 weeks or so. But remembering to take it consistently is the hardest thing and the biggest thing that people fuck up with creatine, that you need to take it every single day, which is what you've done. And like you were dumbbell pressing 20 kilos this morning for 7 reps.
Fucking, the
which
chicks.
is fucking strong. So like, I don't think I've ever seen your strength accelerate as quickly as it has over the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, I know. And
awesome.
I feel like I still had maybe 1-2 reps in reserve there. Like, I reckon I could have pushed more, but I'm feeling good. Like, I'm feeling so strong. My physique's really filling out. Like, I feel fantastic. So my recommendation would be, if you aren't taking creatine, even if like you're not doing a shoot, you don't have to be doing a shoot or doing anything like that, start taking creatine because it is great. Like, there are so many benefits to taking creatine. Yeah. It is actually the most researched supplement ever.
Yeah, it is. And I notice for me personally, taking creatine, like it does help with my strength. But the thing I notice is that in those initial stages where it really helps with increasing water retention in the muscles. So it does draw a lot more water that you're consuming into the muscles. Making sure though that you have to have a higher water intake, because if you think all of your water is going to your muscles, you need to get more water into the body. So
you're dehydrated.
Like I notice, because I don't drink much water as it is. So when I start taking creatine, if I don't increase my water intake intentionally, I will notice that I've got like a few headaches, a bit of dehydration. So
have like Hydrolyte.
Yeah, Hydrolyte's a great idea.
When you're taking creatine, just load up on the Hydrolyte. But there are a lot of other benefits, I suppose, to taking creatine as well. And this is something that I learnt on the Clean Health event a couple of weeks ago that we went to. But creatine is actually proven to improve brain function, and it can almost like help with some kind of neurological diseases such as Alzheimer's.
Yeah, which is mad. Like you think of creatine, you think of a bodybuilder.
Yeah, you
do. Don't you? Like,
absolutely.
It's like, yeah, that's something bodybuilders take. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely something that I had my eyes open to how many benefits it has. Obviously, I know the benefits that it has in terms of strength, like increasing the phosphocreatine stores in the muscles to help produce more ATP, which is one of the most prominent energy stores when it comes to lifting weights and producing power and your output of power. So yeah, obviously strength, water retention in the muscles, which makes your muscles look fuller, which makes you look bigger. And then, as you mentioned, all of the neurological benefits as well. So
yeah, and who doesn't love
take creatine, rack that shit up and sniff it. Like,
please don't. But who doesn't love a strong brain? Like strong brain, strong body, living.
Strong biceps, baby.
I don't have strong biceps, but anywho. Okay. Anyway, take creatine because it's fucking great. Russ, what's your...
Okay, my bit of advice, I've forgotten what I even fucking said at the beginning that it was going to be. Yeah, my bit of advice is outsource. So this is business advice, but also personal. Like, I guess if you've got something in your personal life that you aren't good at, don't know how to do, need accountability with, outsource and hire someone. So, for example, we have been searching and we are looking for a videographer. So all of our content, we are horrendous at producing content. Although it might look that we're quite good, we hate it. Like, we always get in arguments almost every single time before we film this podcast.
Honestly, we literally...
For anyone looking, like, obviously we've got the microphones which are connected into a bloody Rodecaster. We've got 2 lights here behind the cameras. We've got our phones as cameras. We've got obviously LED lights behind us.
There's a lot going on.
Setting it up is an absolute nightmare. So the podcast we'll probably still do ourselves, but then obviously all of our other reels in the gym and all of that shit is something that is a massive bottleneck for us with our business. We hate doing it. Once we get in front of the camera, it's just like, okay, we can do this and we can get it done. So we've reached out to a videographer and we're going to look to try and get someone to do our video content for us on a really regular basis, like every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, rather than us just doing it ourselves. But it goes for any element of your business. I think when you're in business, you try and think that you have to do everything. And often you think, like, when you start, you do have to do everything. But as you develop in business, you should try and hire up or basically reach out to someone who has done what you want to do and done it like and proven that they can do it really well.
Like, and is better than you. And I think that there's a lot of power in accepting that maybe you're not good at something and there is people out there that is.
Exactly.
And you should hire them if you want your business.
Videographer, video editor. But the other element in your personal life, which kind of is like a shameless plug, but let's say you're really struggling with the accountability or knowledge around your nutrition and your training and you don't know how to get on track with your goals, reach out to a coach. Don't be too ashamed to hire a coach. I think every single person should have a coach, like in my opinion, because it just keeps you accountable, keeps you on track, and gives you that direction that you need. Even if you are a coach yourself, if you have a coach, you will learn things that you never thought you knew about yourself.
Like, we coach a couple of coaches actually within our within our community, and it's great. Like, I love talking to these coaches and speaking to them about, like, so this is what we're going to do today within your training or your nutrition or whatever advice it is I'm giving. And I'm like, but you can also refer this back to your own clients. Like, you're learning here. So yeah, I think there's a lot of power in accepting that you don't know everything and it's okay not to know everything. And yeah, hire out, outsource. Yeah. I can't wait to have a videographer following me around actually filming all of the crazy, weird shit that I do.
It's not going to be like a vlog videographer as well. Can you imagine that if you had a full-time videographer just following you around?
I couldn't, because I would...
Someone in the morning, morning, wake up, time. Welcome back to my channel.
If we caught on camera, like the shit that I actually do.
I don't want to imagine that. No, not really. Like, I don't even want to see that. I don't think anyone else should. No,
a lot of bing-bonging, that's for sure.
Fucking right. Anyway, so our values. Let's try and get maybe a little bit more serious now, shall we? Because that was a bit of a lighthearted start, which is fine. Our values are super important to us. And I think for us, it really helps us when it comes to hiring, when it comes to like our team, when it comes to our own standards that we expect of ourselves individually and as a company every single day. Now, we on a daily basis, Monday to Friday, have a 10-minute call with all of our coaches. We set our tasks and goals for the day. And at the end of these tasks and goals, we say the Coaching Society value that I will uphold today is, and we name a value based on what that day will look like. Now, we make sure as well that there are different values every single day, because we want to make sure all of our coaches are really aligned and our team are really aligned with those values. Mm-hmm. So the way we actually built these, I mentioned it briefly, was we didn't sit down and think, okay, what do I want to uphold myself to? Like, what type of values should I have? It's more so, what type of values do I have? And for us, we built Coaching Society, and I feel like we built something pretty cool. So we obviously were doing things pretty well. And looking at what we upheld ourselves to in terms of our values has got us this far. So if we can continue to do that, let's really make sure we kind of go a bit more tunnel vision on them.
And just bring more awareness around them. Like, we might have this value, like, I don't know, resilience. That might be like a value of ours that we've had for a long time. And like, I know that we've had that. Yeah. If we're like bringing awareness around that and talking about it with our team and like verbalizing it every single day, our team is going to be more resilient. Yeah. It's things like that. Like, you don't really think about it, particularly as like when you're managing people, like the language that you use and what you bring your attention to actually puts it on your team's radar, which I think for Russ and I was like a big turning point for us within instilling these values every single day with our entire company. Yeah.
Like, we try not to micromanage our team as well. And like, when it comes to performance of our coaches, performance of our whole team, we don't necessarily kind of like grill our team members or anything like that. But one thing that we are able to do now, having these 10 values in place, is like looking at what our team do on a day-to-day basis. We can go, okay, that actually didn't align with this value. That actually didn't align with that value. So maybe we need to try and like change the actions to be able to align with the values, because that's how we've built Coaching Society, and that's the direction Coaching Society is going in. Cool.
Love it.
What's the first one?
Number 1. So I will read these out and then we'll go through like the deeper meaning behind it one by one. Yeah?
Yeah, one by one.
Starting. Number 1. We are reliable in doing what we say we will do.
Yeah. Reliability is the value there, and that is super important to us. Like, if someone says they're going to do something, they do it. And also, just a side note too, I should have mentioned this at the start, like, we actually like to see these values in our clients and our wider community as well. So let's say, for example, we have a client say to us, I'm going to meal prep on Sunday. We want them to be reliable in doing what they say they will do.
You better bloody meal prep.
And fucking, you get in that kitchen and you prep that food and get your Tupperware out. same with our coaches. If our coaches say they're going to do something, if our coaches know that they have a job to do and they say they're going to do it, they're reliable in doing what they say they will do. And they do, like they all do.
We have a fantastic team. Like they shine these values every single day.
Yeah. And having those daily tasks, like that means you have to uphold, number one, being reliable in doing what you say you will do every single day. Because if you set yourself 3 tasks that you're going to do that day and you uphold yourself to our values, which is being reliable, then you're setting those, like we spoke about last week with the contract each day, you're setting yourself up to be reliable.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we are reliable in doing what we say we will do.
Reliability.
Very important.
Love it.
Number 2, we demonstrate independent initiative.
Yeah, this is a big one, isn't it? Because
big one for us.
Yeah, like if our team only ever, I guess, initiated things off of the back of our ideas, then
what's the point of having a team?
Exactly. It might as well just be you and me. And we'd end up very, very firstly frustrated and stagnant. Whereas if we have a team that all demonstrate independent initiative, then everyone's going to be coming up with ideas. But the big part of that is not just coming up with ideas, it's actually actioning them independently rather than relying on you or me to action
to hold the hand,
that initiative. Yeah. So, for example, like I've already used this as well with Stace, like in the meal planner. Did I use that in last week's episode? I can't remember because we were recording 2 on the same day.
This might have been this one.
This might have been last week. This might have been in the same one. We're going back to back with these. So yeah, Stace added a few more meals into our meal planner, and that is demonstrating independent initiative because she had that initiative to go, oh, maybe I might add some more meals in, and then she was independent in just adding them in herself. And all of our coaches, that's not just like pinpointing that Stace is the only one who does that. All of our coaches do this. Andrew with running programming, Court with postnatal programming, Cherie obviously on a daily basis doing shit that we were like, oh, we didn't even think of that. So,
but no, independent initiative is a big one, and I feel like it's a big one with every single person. Like whether you're an employee, whether you're a manager, whether you're a boss, whether you're freaking work at Coles, like who cares? Like be independent and take initiative.
And if you're a client, like the way that I would perceive this as a client is if you, for example, were in the gym, this is a really basic situation, but let's say you're in the gym, someone's on a machine and you've got that machine in your program. Have independent initiative to do something else. Don't just go
sit there like a lemon.
Like we get it all the time. People just go, oh, I didn't do that exercise because someone was on the machine. Do fucking something else. Like even if you do something completely wrong that is the completely wrong muscle group or body part or fucking whatever, go and walk on the treadmill. I don't care. Like at least you demonstrated independent initiative by doing something. Yeah, taking action.
Love it. Number 3 is pretty freaking simple, and I'm going to sum this up in a couple words. Well, it's probably not going to happen because I talk so much.
You do talk a lot.
But number 3, we are grateful. Us coaches, us at Coaching Society, every single PT, anyone who works in the health and fitness space, we have the fucking greatest job in the world. We get to change people's lives every single day and get paid for it.
Like, what
how can you not be grateful
about that?
That's
a joke. Like, isn't that a joke? Like that we actually get paid for this? Like, how fucked is that? That like people just take it for granted that like we are literally changing people's lives. Like we should be paying people for this.
I know.
Not people paying us.
I know.
Don't all turn around now. All our clients go, actually, no, you should be paying me. Excuse me, if I could have a refund. No, like, it is mad the position that we are in from within Coaching Society as a team. And then as a client, you are signing up for coaching. You obviously have the ability to move. You have the ability to eat. You have the ability to access good whole foods. Be grateful. Stop making fucking, like this is going to go from being all grateful and like happy, but stop making bullshit fucking excuses because you are literally in the body that you're in. Be grateful for that. Yep. Stop making excuses of like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Be grateful that you can do this. Yep. Like, don't think, I've got to track my nutrition, be all down in the dumps.
Think I've got to go to the gym. I get to go to the gym.
You stole the words out of my mouth.
No, because you're going on like you were talking about nutrition, sis. The thing that we want to use here is training.
Yeah, I was saying about nutrition and how
never mind. We're about to have a domestic.
Have to track nutrition. No, you get to track your nutrition. You get to eat good food. You get access to good food.
Fair. Okay, I'll take that back.
Michaela cutting in again.
Take that back.
Anyway, so we are grateful, gratitude and gratefulness is one that's massive for us.
Yeah, exactly. And like, again, I probably use this maybe two or 3 times a week, like in my value, like, and I put it in capital letters, like, we are grateful. I am grateful to have the most fucking amazing team behind me. Like, not behind me, like, they're literally standing next to me. Like, we have the best team with us. Like, I'm so grateful for that.
Yep.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Number 4.
Number 4. Oh, yes. We show loyalty to our purpose.
Yeah, so we have put in place like our purpose, which is empowering people to lasting change. And that is the purpose of why we've built Coaching Society, is to empower people, predominantly women, to a change that is long lasting. Now, that is very easy to be like, we empower people to lasting change. Woo! But if we don't show loyalty to that on a day-to-day basis and show that we are actioning steps to get us towards our purpose and to align with our purpose, then what's the point of having that purpose there?
Yep. Think of like the key word here being loyalty. Like take it into like a relationship realm. You're loyal to your husband, your fiance, your boyfriend. Like you're loyal to them. We are loyal to our purpose of creating lasting change in people.
We in a weird fucking way, Coaching Society and us and you and I are in a 3-way relationship.
Oh, fucking
like,
oath.
Aren't we? Like we're fucking with this bitch until death. But like with that, like see, like that's how we see it. Like we have that
I'm loyal
loyalty,
to Coaching Society,
and our purpose is empowering people to lasting change. In a relationship, like if you are marrying someone, your purpose is to be with that person for the rest of your life, and to make that person happy for the rest of your life, and support that person for the rest of your life. Be fucking loyal to it. Like that is exactly how we see loyalty to Coaching Society as a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, all of our team.
Imagine how many less arguments we'd have without Coaching Society, though.
I think we'd get bored. To be honest,
true. I'd rather argue than be bored.
We do argue a lot about the business, but I kind of love it.
I know.
It gives me like. Keeps me on my toes, keeps me fiery. Sheree, our operations manager, she listens back to these every week, but she calls me the scary spice.
She did that yesterday. Like,
yesterday.
She does that multiple times a week.
She does it all the time. Yeah. But having like the business, like it keeps me on my toes, like it keeps me sharp.
Yeah.
Whether or not I turn into the scary spice or not.
Basically, Michaela's saying I'm very boring and she needed us to start a business together to spice things up. So, how good.
Number 5.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah, all right. I will say it and then you can take it away, darling. We put in the hard work.
If anyone's seen the meme, is it called a meme? What, a little short video, or is that? Yeah, it's called a meme, I guess.
A GIF?
I don't know. A little short, the clip or the reel of Kobe Bryant, and he talks about how hard he works and how like that will always put him ahead. Like, there are so many people out there that think that like this shit comes easy and they want everything for nothing. And that is so prominent in the fitness industry. And that's something that we have always like busted our fucking ass from back when we were PTs, getting up at 4, going to bed at 10 and fucking rinse and repeat every single day, to now we still work 60, 70, 80 hour weeks. People think that we fucking, because we go to the Gold Coast, go to Dubai and like fucking spend some time on a beach occasionally, that we live that high life. But we work our absolute fucking asses off. And that's why we are where we are. And that's why we are changing as many lives as we're changing. And that is so important to me because I know for a fact that like it's probably one of my better traits is like how hard I work. And
I can vouch for that. You will always be the hardest worker in the room.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to challenge that, then good luck.
back to Kobe's thing. Like he used to say when like with his training, most people would train for 2 hours a day. So they'd get up, they'd train at 10 o'clock, train from 10 till 12, they'd rest, they'd recover, they'd eat, and then they'd go back and train from 4 till 6, then they'd rest, recover, sleep, and train twice a day. He would get up at 4, he'd train from 4 till 6, he'd rest, he'd recover, he'd then train from 10 till 12, he'd rest, he'd recover, he'd then train again in the afternoon, for 2 hours he'd rest and recover, then he'd train again in the evening before he goes to bed. So he's training twice a day, extra. After 5 or 6 years, no one will fucking catch up. And that's my that is literally my opinion on what we do, that we work so bloody hard to be the absolute best coaching company there is. And we've done that for so long. Try and catch us.
Catch me if you can, honey.
Fucking night.
No, but it is, it's a really important value in like within our company as well, and like all of our team does it too. Like
Yeah.
we're all hard workers. We wouldn't be in the position that we are in right now as a business, as like a coach, as anyone, if we didn't know how to put in a fucking bit of hard work. Roll up your sleeves, honey, and get into it.
Literally. Like it's one of the, it's definitely something as a team member we look for when we bring a team member on board, is like they have to work hard. And we have had team members in the past who haven't worked hard, and it's like they was very clearly not aligning with our values. Like,
Yep.
And as a client as well, trying to always help the audience here, if you are a client and not in business, like this is such an easy one, but if it was fucking easy, the gym would be absolutely packed. Why is it when you go in the gym, there's only 20 or 30 people there? Because it's hard. So put in the fucking hard work if you want to make a change and get a good result. Like we do get people, and we do get people come to us and they think that it's going to be handed to them on a plate. They come to us, sign up for Coaching Society, and think that we're going to cut 10 kilograms off of their body. Like, no, you have to put in the hard work to get the reward and the result at the end of it.
Yep, absolutely. Number 6, we are disciplined in the pursuit of our mission.
Yes. Again, this is very similar to loyalty to our purpose, but
just discipline.
Yeah, discipline is the biggest one. It's the same with like when you talk about people not being motivated.
Yeah.
Like they need to have discipline.
I can guarantee you right now, I was not motivated to work till like 9 p.m. last night. But I was disciplined enough too, because I have a fucking job to do. And I have a purpose that I am going to stay loyal to. So yeah, I was disciplined to get it done. And like there's a lot of times, so again, Shree, our operations manager 2 weeks ago now, she caught like a train or something to Melbourne to spend some time with her husband. And
the trains, they had bus replacements, didn't they?
Yeah.
So she had to drive. And that meant she planned on working on the train. Yep. And she was going to that was like her big day of work with us. So she planned on working on the train. She then had to drive, so she couldn't work on the train. And she sent me a message saying that something was done, like an email was scheduled or something at
11 p.m.
11 p.m. Like,
that is discipline.
That is discipline to the mission. Like, absolutely.
And with the gym, like, again, sometimes you're not motivated to go to the gym, but you have to sure as hell be disciplined enough to if you want to get towards your goals.
Yeah, like replace, like I said, the whole 10 kilo thing there with your putting in the hard work. Like, replace them. The mission for you is to lose 10 kilos. Yeah. Like, then replace that and be disciplined towards that. With us, our mission is to empower, by the end of 2028, we want to be empowering 1,000 people to lasting change. So on a day-to-day basis, we have to be disciplined towards that mission to get to that number, to be able to change that many lives all at once.
Exactly.
Next one.
Number 7, we practice open and honest communication.
Yeah.
Big one as a team. Big one for any team, any company, any business. Communication.
I'm going to take that further. Any person.
Oh,
like you have to be open and honest, like in any relationship that you have, and see relationship as you and your boss, you and your team members, you and your partner, you and your dog. Like if you tell your dog you're going to go for a walk, you better take that little fucker for a walk. Like you have to be open and honest. And if things aren't going your way, if you're not happy with something, be open and honest about that. If you did something that you shouldn't have done, be open and honest about that. It's going to do far better than not being open and honest.
Yeah. And just like being able to have the courage to have honest and open conversations. It's hard.
They are fucking tough conversations. Like life, in my opinion, is all about like to master life. You want to master the ability to have tough conversations.
Yep.
And if you can do that, you'll go a long way. So as a client, like being open and honest, like open and honest communication to your coach. So if you look at your nutrition diary and you're tracking your calories and your coach is like, oh, everything looks great. You've hit your 1,700 calories every day. Scale weight hasn't changed or scale weight's gone up. Are you being open and honest with the number of calories that you're actually eating compared to the number of calories that you're tracking? Because a lot of people aren't. That's for sure. So,
honesty.
And if you're dishonest, the only person that you are impacting when it comes to your training and nutrition is you. Like obviously other areas of life, dishonesty can impact other people, but let's be honest, like your coach is still going to wake up tomorrow, but
they're still going to go to the gym. They're still going to nail their nutrition.
They're still going to have 50 other clients that are absolutely killing it. But if you're being dishonest with your training and nutrition or some other element of your health and fitness, you're impacting yourself.
Yep, absolutely. Pretty straightforward, that one. Number 8, we make consistent, logical decisions.
Yes, this is big for, again, anyone, like whether it's in health and fitness, whether it's in business, like making decisions that you can go, okay, you actually thought through that. Remember back in school when you did, okay, I'm asking Michaela when back in school she did maths. But remember back in school when you
I was told, hang on, side story, I'm not sure if I've told this on the podcast, but I think it was year 10. So when I was in school, I wanted to obviously get a good enough ATAR. I'm not sure if it's still called that now. Maybe, I don't know. To get into criminology and law in uni. And I did. But my maths teacher in year 10 was like, just letting you know, if you don't drop maths, that's probably a potential you're not going to get into the degree that you want to do. And I was like, oh, see ya.
Yeah.
Because I'm so bad at maths.
Yeah, I don't understand your brain because I'm really good at maths and you're not. And I'm like, how
I don't
can you
understand
not
it either.
understand these
Don't
numbers?
worry, honey. Anyway, you were saying.
I don't know if it's the same over here, but in England, in maths, you would get like points. So you'd get like 10 points if you get a question right. If you got it wrong, but you showed your workings out, you would get points for that and you'd get a score for that. So because you've shown how you got to your end result, that is, to me, what we think about when it's logical decisions. Because if you can show that you have made that decision by a process and you've put a process in place. So, for example, if one of our coaches decided to take a client for a reverse diet, if they can, and that wasn't maybe necessarily the right thing to do or whatever, which there's no right and wrongs anyway. But if we can say to that coach, hey, why did you decide to take that client for a reverse diet? And they're like, oh, this, and this. That's them using logic to make that decision. And then the consistency side of things is not just chopping and changing on how you create that decision all the time. So you want to make sure that those logical decisions that you're actually putting a step-by-step process towards, you are being consistent with that.
Mm-hmm. Consistency.
It's
so
key.
important. Being logical. So important. Love, love, love. Number 9. This is a sweet one. I like this one. You've probably already seen how much of a family we are here at CS, but we are a team.
We are a team. Yeah. We've got each other's back. We will help each other. One of our clients messages one of the other coaches to ask a question. We help them. We all look out for each other and support each other. Like if
we're a team, we're a family. Like we've got each other's backs. Like through, like till death do us apart.
Literally, yeah. We are a team, and again, our clients. We see our clients as part of our team.
Yeah, they're a part of our team.
They can all help each other. If they help each other, we're all helping. Everyone's helping everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really, really crucial. Is that we are not individuals like working on our own. We're working as a team and
a collective.
Yeah,
we are a collective.
Exactly. And the big thing with obviously online coaching is we sit behind a laptop and we talk to our coaches via a laptop most of the time. So it can feel very lonely, but we want to make sure that we're having those conversations and calls every single day to show that we are a team and that we're not alone and we're supporting each other.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think a big part of coaching society is the team environment. Like we put this value in there for a reason. Like we don't bring people into CS who aren't team players. It's as simple as that. Like if you're not a team player, then you're not a CS player.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Love it. Number 9. 10. Number 10. I think that we do a lot of this every single day, to be honest, but we continue to work on developing our potential.
Yeah. So every single person on this planet has an extreme amount of potential. Mm-hmm. A lot of people let that potential go to waste. Mm-hmm. Whereas what we believe, people coming into Coaching Society as a client or a coach or a staff member, they will always continue to work on developing their potential through their own education, through literally just taking in knowledge and applying it. Taking in knowledge is fucking pointless unless you actually apply it. But you want to always continue to develop your own potential.
And I think that Court, our pre-postnatal coach, is excellent at this. Yep. She, what does she have her degree in? Clinical myotherapy? Yeah. And she's always bringing things to the team on like studies that she's read or things that she's done within her own professional development. and wanting to upskill herself as a coach. And I think that is invaluable as a coach.
And like Andrew as well, he's just become a sports nutritionist, like off his own back. We didn't tell him to do that or anything like that. Like he's just said, hey guys, I'm doing a sports nutrition course. And we're like, fuck yeah. Like he is continuing to develop his potential.
I love it.
And clients as well, like we expect all of our clients to learn. We as coaches believe that we're also educators, as well as obviously we help give the tools. We want you to take and use those tools so to develop your potential with your own journey as well.
Yeah, I love it.
That's our 10
and
values.
That is our Coaching Society 10 core values. That is like what our like business, like what everything comes from, like those values. They're so important to us. And I think I'm going to get them tattooed on my head.
No, don't. But let's read them all out again. So number 1, we are reliable in doing what we say we will do. Number 2, we demonstrate independent initiative. Number 3, we are grateful. Number 4, we show loyalty to our purpose. Number 5, we put in the hard work. Number 6, we are disciplined in the pursuit of our mission. Number 7, we practice open and honest communication. Number 8, we make consistent logical decisions. Number 9, we are a team. Number 10, we continue to work on developing our potential. Pretty powerful.
Pretty goddamn powerful. And like I said, when we got told to do this, we were like, this is pretty wanky.
It's wanky shit.
But
We're
when
going to write, because we've done a lot of things that we've been told to do that we write down and spend time doing that we never fucking use. This is something we've used every single day and we think about every single day since we put it together.
Mm-hmm. And even like for myself as well, like there would be scenarios where, again, as I said with like that whole discipline thing, that I'm like, I really don't want to do like my whatever it is for this client, or I really want to go to bed, like I'm really tired. I will remind myself, I'll be like, no, I said to my team today on that call that I will be disciplined and I will get it done. So I'm going to get it done.
Yeah. And you do. And we do. Beautiful. Love it. Hope that gives everyone a bit of an insight into the company of Coaching Society and what we believe in. I think our values show a lot of who we are. Yeah. And that's
maybe
us.
Even if you don't have a business, like maybe sit down and have a little think about what are your values as a human being, and do you live by them every single day, and can you challenge yourself every single day with those values?
Yeah, life is about going out your comfort zone too, with those like challenging yourself and going out your comfort zone. Maybe some of those values are potentially values that you don't uphold yourself to all the time, so can you try and uphold yourself to those values more often than not?
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Next week, we are going to be busting some myths. Some common health and fitness myths that we literally still get clients coming to us going, oh, I want this and I want that.
I can't lose weight because of my hormones.
Yeah, or I want to tone. I want to tone my muscles. Your muscles cannot tone, you fucking idiot. Anyway, so we'll be busting some myths next week.
That will be very, if you want to tune into that.
Controversial.
I'm just saying, like, if you are easily offended, please don't fucking watch that episode because we're going to be going to town.
We're going to get cancelled.
We're going to get cancelled.
Beautiful, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Any questions, let us know.
We will chat to you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.